that's all. You're a starship captain in an asteroid.
A couple of months ago at the Play Expo in Blackpool, not only did I hang with some of the coolest YouTube peeps going, and Novabug, but I also bumped into this guy, a guy that I had only ever spoken to via email, the top bloke from Funstock. In case you don't know, Funstock are a pretty cool company. We've been chatting over the last couple of years quite a bit. They interviewed me for their website and even gave me a review copy of The Retro Freak, which you'll be able to watch yourself via the card at the top of the screen. TLDR, they are a radical cowabunga tubular bitchin' and several other 90s hype words of a company. Link in the description and all of that jazz. Anyway, after they introduced themselves to me, they handed me this, the Atari Retro Handheld console. No review was needed or asked for, they just gave me a cool new handheld, so yeah, thanks Funstock. But as it's coming up to Christmas, I thought I'd do a little review of it anyway, because, well, you see, I always liked the Atari 2600 for what it is, which was essentially a retro console by the time I was born. So, sure, I didn't expect it during its heyday, but I still did have a lot of fun waggling the joystick on this unique looking system, and get this, Play Expo in Blackpool wasn't long after the time that I finally pulled all of the consoles out of my attic to set them up in my new games room, which was when I realised I no longer own my Atari 2600. God knows where it's gone, you know, perhaps it's in the parents' attic, who knows. Oh well, I suppose now I have this. But that got me thinking, who is this actually for? Obviously with timing being what it was, well, it's perfect for me, but is it right for you? With that, I've decided to do a little video on this bad boy and get some nice algorithm pushes down in the comments section from you lovely people, because I want to know if you think the Atari Retro Handheld console is right for someone like you. So first off, it's a pretty slick looking device as you can see. It's not trying to be a mini, thank God, but instead it's taking inspiration from what came before it. Anybody out there that's seen the unique style of the original Atari 2600 will notice that this is pretty much exactly what you would expect from a handheld version of the company's most iconic system. But with that said, I would have quite liked for the brown part to actually be wooden rather than plastic, and at first glance, I wasn't exactly feeling the look of this D-pad, but you know, as I got playing it, that worry soon went away. The console itself is rather light, but after slapping 4 AAA batteries in it, it balances out quite nicely. It's a good weighted product. Inside you have 50 games ranging from the very best on the system like Asteroids, Pong, Centipede and Missile Command, and other lower end games that have aged incredibly badly like golf and I suppose bowling. Selecting the games is easy. The D-pad, or at least the big circle pad thing here, actually weirdly feels quite nice. And if you think about it, changing this into a D-pad isn't exactly how the games were intended to be played. Selecting games is easy, the system doesn't come with or need much of any instructions, you simply turn it on, choose your game and play what looks to be pretty solid emulation. Overall, my thoughts are, it's a solid piece of kit that I'm happy to add to my collection. So to answer my own question, this is perfect for someone like me. Someone that remembers experiencing the Atari 2600 and every so often just needs a little reminder on what it was like to actually play one of the most important game systems of all time. But with all this said, if your gaming experience started with the NES or the Master System and you've never played an Atari 2600, you will not believe how basic it is compared to those systems. And unless you really just want to experience what it was like, this may not be for you, because let's face it, the Atari 2600 is a system that has aged incredibly. Now you may say that's all part of the system's charm, and like I said, I'm one of those people. I actually agree with you. But seriously guys, does anybody actually get enjoyment out of playing games like golf and bowling? Take your nostalgic goggles off for a moment here guys. Some of these games are bloody hard to understand. Games like Adventure or the Sword Quest series. Slightly younger than me folk may not put up with the learning curve, but my guess is if you're watching this, Well, you're probably not one of those people, are you? The Atari Retro Handheld console is for the ultimate retro collector. It's a bloody solid little system, and if you actually like or at least want to experience the Atari 2600, then this would be the perfect way to do it outside of physical hardware. Like I said, that emulation feels pretty spot on. The sound is all chunky and ear-piercing, which is actually a good thing. It takes you back, which is exactly what it should do. So many systems are making their way onto the market, and almost all of them, in my opinion, are way below standard. This tiny little device has 50 games built into it rather than the pitiful 30, 21 or 20 found over here. It's portable unlike those systems, and even has the option to connect it to your TV via one of those old AV leads that you got knocking about in the bottom of your drawer. Plus, get this, it's 35 quid, which is easily half the price. So yeah, by this point, you'll know if this is for you. I'm super chuffed I got it given to me because I honestly didn't realise just how good it was. There's a link below, like I said, if you guys want to go and check it out yourself. It's not an affiliate link or anything like that. Just a little something I wanted to do before I work on that next big complete history. See you soon.